Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcastic, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
I pray that my love for you is bigger than what my parents have.
So you must be my daughter's new friend?
Candy, let me ask you a question.
Oh, so this him? This the man that comforts you more than me?
Mama, all men ain't like daddy.
That's not fair!
Oh yeah, into the world of Mocha Aesthetics. Located at 19376 James Cousin, Detroit, Michigan. It's a sanctuary where self-care meets luxury. We provide a safe, comfortable, and relaxing environment where you can unwind while receiving top-quality service. From expert Brazilian waxes to meticulous Russian manicures. Call and make your appointment now, 248-910-3537. Detroit Coffee Lodge, located at 19737 James Cousin Freeway. Make yourself comfortable, just like home. Sandwiches made with love. Some of the best gourmet coffee around. Give us a call, 313-340-0960. Detroit Coffee Lodge, 19737 James Cousin Freeway. We gather, we share, we spread love at Detroit Coffee Lodge. Go to www.detroitcoffeelodge.com. Stay up to date what we got going on. Or check us out on Instagram or Facebook, Detroit Coffee Lodge.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Rise and grind, wanna show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday, great conversation, guest appearances, cause you experience us on the cusp of blowing up. Boom. Wake up, wake up. Rise and grind, morning show.
Oh yeah, you already know what time it is. Welcome to the Rise and Grind Morning Show. This is what we do every Monday through Friday, 9:15 to 11:30 or 11:15, whenever we decide to stop. Because we own our own stuff. We own our own time. I ain't even on. You can't even see me. There we go. Woo. So we got a good show coming up today. I love the topic. GiGi will be joining us. Cam is here. We had a very special guest in the building. I ain't gonna tell because he's Superman to many. But to me, my brother, he's the one and only Dr. Cavity, man.
Good afternoon, good morning, good day.
What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, say that.
I'm just waiting for Cam to finish setting up.
Yeah.
Because once we get done, today's going to be a very powerful day. Because today, the topic is hot. But before we even get started, Dr. Calvin T, man, Emmy, what's going on, my brother?
Oh, man, just, hey, when you call, brother, fall through.
Okay, that's
what I know we do.
But you got a new show.
Yeah. Let's talk legal.
Yeah, I watched it. I had the privilege to see it, y'all. It's incredible. I love the scenery. I love the topic, and I love the host that he has too. Who is he again?
Judge Sean Perkins. He's gone viral several times, especially for my man in the drawers. We laughed about that, but
the man in the what?
In his drawers. You know, the police officer.
Wow.
He had caught in the drawers.
Yeah, he was on the
hooker hunt.
Yeah,
On the hooker hunt.
No, he was in court.
Oh.
And court is, can be visual or physical. So it was visual, and he said, "Man, you got some pants on, brother."
He didn't have his pants on.
He had his. Yeah, no, it went viral too. It was on TMZ and everything. But we, so I know his brother Todd.
Right.
And Todd is always, we've worked together in the past. Todd has done some wonderful work for my family on the legal side, and so when we got together, it just made sense because remember, Miles, I always tell you that I had to have law to graduate high school, and I said I don't think we teach our community law.
No, we don't.
We had a lot of classes. We had law. We had economics. We would teach our children how to build things, just basic things. Once they took the vocational schools out of the black schools and separated them, it was a game changer.
Well, yeah. Well, and so I'm with you because when you say they. We have to be incorporative of our people too.
No, I'm saying the institution of the educational system.
Yeah.
I'm not saying racially wise. I'm saying the institution of when they allowed whoever they are allowed that to come into play because you had a lot of African American and Latino students because I went to Chadsey coming out of high school up and running because they already had everything lined up that they knew that they wanted to do, that they were good at. They were fixing cars all through high school, so then they could open up them a mechanic shop.
That's how the Mexicans got ahead of us. No,
no, but you're significantly you're telling the truth because I saw it happen in the school, especially when I was a young coach. I saw the transition completely, but what was at the table was the hierarchy of greed and hate. Yeah. Racism was most definitely at the table. It's always been at the table when it attacks education. And so now, right? And so now what you're looking at is the reverse. But I was just saying this because I'm back in class, right? And I'm taking some classes. And I was just saying how years ago I told Miles, I was like, we're living in a time of reaping what you sow, right? Mm-hmm. And when hate was the sower, now hate is the reaper, and they want to be the victim.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. And so in shifting that dynamic, last night in class, as I'm looking and doing this research, I come across the marriage levels. Mm-hmm. Right? And then where I've been preaching since about 69, 64, all of these programs, right? Mm-hmm. Right there at 1970, the black culture was only married at 57%. The impact of welfare and no-fault divorce was already taking its course. Mm. So at 57% right there, education, because what happens in that? What is happening in education right now? Our kids going to school full of trauma, drama, right? And so we're reproducing from those takeouts that we're talking about. So yeah, I'm most definitely.
And a lot of people are not promoting younger people to get married, which I think is stupid.
It's stupid.
If a young person meets another young person and they meet each other early and they have goals, you cultivate that relationship. Yeah. You help those kids out. But I've had women, and this is just the experience that I'm sharing. Some women, they'll tell their daughter, "Oh, she needs to see." I had somebody that I knew, and they were like, "Well, she needs to see." I said, "She don't need to see nothing. If she found her person and he found his person, and y'all families have met and everything, Then she broke up with the young man.
Yep.
And then when she broke up with the young man, somebody else saw what she had and grabbed him, and she ain't letting him go, and then she wanted him back. And then it was like, it's too late. Because he loved you, and you broke up with him, and you hurt him, and now you want him back. But now this girl saw that, I got him. So my point is, stop. We need to encourage young love too, because that's what they do in other cultures. They encourage them to get married young and build young. Whereas with our culture, we're teaching them to get married. If they get married young, break up because you need to figure out who you are. No, you don't. Figure out who you are together and build a dynasty.
So in that information, right? Mm-hmm. In 1970. The number 2 level of marriage was those that were coming out of high school. Today, it's down there next to poverty. You see what I'm saying?
I am right. Thank you.
Yes, you are absolutely right.
That's what I always feel in my and doing a little bit of research when I just look at how the decline in the culture. Because when I look at my grandparents and my great aunts and uncles, they all married young and they built beautiful lives together. When I say beautiful lives, they own property. We had such a core family and generational, just a big beautiful family, generational. And now all the older people are starting to die out. And I'm looking at that dynamic like that was the culture right there. That's what we needed to succeed in this life, is that togetherness at an early age so that we could grow together and not apart. Yeah.
Well, the division is being, reprocessed, is in the code. And that's a masculine point to tell a daughter, right? That very thing. Those are masculine points when we think that we're right, because that's who's been preaching. The grandmothers and the mothers been preaching from the misery, right? Right, from the perspective of you having of their hurt, and you having a man that go to work, come home, right?
That you're happy with, and sometimes they're jealous of you.
Yeah. It's
a whole nother dynamic. But back to what we were saying at first. But that was good. We need to explore that at another time. But yeah. So you were saying now that you're back in class and you're, what are you going back to school for?
Business. I want to be. I want all the smoke, right? And so going back for business. To improve, right? Right now we had 19 years in this nonprofit, and I've seen so much bullshit, right? The nonprofit game might be worse than the streets, in my opinion. And so...
because you got all these unethical people getting nonprofits who are using them in the wrong way for their own personal financial gain instead of the purpose that it was supposed to be for, which is for the people.
Well, and that's on the lower end. In the city of Detroit, there are 24,600 nonprofits. It's a $44.6 billion industry. So in that process is a book called Decolonizing Wealth. And in Decolonizing Wealth, it displays how, it tells you how even in the philanthropic area, there is the same thing that's in the law, the school, the loans, the whole nine. Racism is knee deep inside the philanthropic area. So what I learned over the years, because in our nonprofit, I didn't get a first check till 2015. Now I had mine since 2007. Wow. But we put in work. Right. And so 19 years of restoring families, this conversation that you were and I was just having, putting families back together through the boy, restoring order. So I can understand what I'm up against. But and understanding that part, the vision that God gave me was not just for the city of Detroit. The vision that I was given, and we've done the research, is for 10 other cities. But telling people in this area or showing people in Michigan or trying to get there, I just feel that we just were never seen that way because of how the boy is seen. Now, if we group them, we don't care if only 2 or 3 get out, because the system is set where that boy and now the girl are number one in incarceration within our culture. The vision for Encourage Me, I'm Young was to bring all families together. God gave me a vision. He didn't give me a vision, a division. And what we are seeing consistently is division.
That's what's up. And it is very important because, like I have often said, that a lot of young people, when they, especially boys,
yes,
they're trying to be the man for their mother, for their grandmothers, and all these things. That's why you had a lot of young men going out trying to provide, which it was never his job to provide. It's the mother's job to provide for her son the best way that she can by, bettering herself. And that's why you have so many young men become drug dealers and go to the robbing and doing unethical things because they're trying to support their mother, a mother who was supposed to support them. So it's like just trying to find a balance in helping her be a better person so she can help her offspring be a better person. But then that's the reason why we always try to tell our people, don't have a baby until you're ready, because then when you do, it just regenerates the cycle.
Well, yeah. When you look at that phenomenon alone, that single household impact is heavy, especially when you don't have tools. They might give you, resources, but they don't give you books of inclusion. They don't give you
a plan.
How to balance checkbooks. They don't give you how to raise a boy right, and the other part that comes with that is too many of our boys are not getting their essence, which is a father. They're not getting access to spending time. So in that model, right, is going to repeat in some areas too, because I come from a sports family, so I come from a long line of sports coaches, things like that,
which is very important because that's a totally different type of
that's a totally different type. But when you look at
but it's impactful and powerful as well.
And when you look at what is happening even at the lower level with our boys, with some men, right, they're seeing a different impact. But this is why I try to stress, when I was coaching, here are the things. When we're mentoring, the very thing you talked about, we bring the mothers in during ball session. So every other Monday during ball session, the mother has to come in and we give them tools on how to manage that boy and making sure that we use fathers as our mentors so he gets fathering. Even in our Reading is Life campaign that we just did for boys and families for 3 to 7, where they are hear a father read on our YouTube channel. So we had fathers read books for boys where a mother can go to our YouTube channel, hit one of those books, and that boy can hear a father read. We're trying to do everything we can to put fathering in the mix for our boys so they can learn the proper way. But when you look at, like you were talking about, when you start looking at the coaches and the different demographics of what's happening, too many of our little league coaches are displaying ignorance, getting blowed before they get out the car, smelling like weed, coming to the field, smoking weed at the field, then cussing the kids all the way out. Don't go to coaches' clinics. Don't seek proper character guidance and tools. Too many of our coaches are
ignorant,
trying to sleep with the mother.
I know, because I was a boy mom, and they'd be like, if you don't get out of my face, because that's not what I'm here for.
Yep, and they, too much of that also creates broken boys too. So what we did was we decided that the character of the boy was ultimately important, and so we teach 11 pillars of character. So then when we hand a boy and a family to an organization, everything is intact. The mother knows not to fraternize. That's the first conversation we have in our mentoring program. There are no fraternizing with these men. None. You can't. It's not going to happen. If that is the case, you, the kid, and that mentor will be removed from our program. That's mandatory, day one. 2,
that's excellent.
You can't use the N-word at all in our program, right? And so if we just follow some of those models, if we were properly invested in as an organization for 19 years, we could really produce some other pieces that could help other programs thrive where they're not having to, even a school. Like, I've never had a fight in 19 years in none of my mentoring programs, and I've had thousands.
That's beautiful.
That's dope.
But you're only as strong as the head.
Yeah. And I have some tremendous men, right? Mm-hmm. Victor, David Patterson, my man Derek has mentored.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? Like, I have some tremendous men. Clarence was over there. My son, too, man. Like, I've had fathers really in our mentoring program come in and assist us in making sure that these boys got proper fathering.
That's dope. So, Cal, you got Respect Day coming up.
Yes, sir.
What's the date?
April 6th. But we kicking it off at DSA. This is our 10th one.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What time?
It'll be, we haven't really set the time. I know yesterday while I was over at, because was over at American Black Journal doing an interview. Go
ahead.
Yeah, go and get out. Yeah.
Right. I cut the mic. Go ahead.
But we're gonna pick the day, so it's going to happen before April 6th. Uh-huh. And some schools have to go before April 6th. Right now, we got 4 schools at the table. We got another committee meeting this Saturday while we building the committee, because next year it'll be out of my hands, right?
Dope.
It'll be in the hands of the committee. So we can triple this outcome. The outcome that we get for Respect Day is it cuts into violence because peers see each other and they respect me, respect you, respect we shirt. So conversations are done. The school, when the schools that participate, all the drama and stuff come to a balance. Boys start and girls start talking at a different tone.
Changing the culture.
Changing the culture. Schools have their highest male, like Mumford had their highest male population graduation rate in 2 years consecutive with Angela Prince was the principal. Right. And we kept Respect Day. She was like, Calvin, you got to take this, national. So we've been getting a committee was important because right now nonprofits are taking extreme hits and I'm not willing to give up mine.
I know that's right. Because your heart is in the right place. And when God gives you a vision, can't nobody come in between that.
What is the Respect Day about?
So Respect Day generally was about reteaching respect to schools, communities, families, right? We don't get the wisdom out of the elderly. That's approaching elderly in a proper way. We don't keep clean streets, or we always at each other's head yelling and screaming about respect and didn't know the definition of respect. So by reteaching the true definition of respect, it literally started in the mentoring program, but nobody listened to my boys. So me, Heather, Victor at the time, Clarence at the time, we all, cranked it up. My man Tone was at the table mentoring too, right? So we all cranked it up and kicked Respect Day off. And when we kicked it off, that's when in 2016, Alicia Bell gave me Calvin T. Mann Day.
No, that's dope.
In Wayne County, and I left it as Emmy National Respect Day.
And that day is actual
April 6th.
That's good. Dope as hell. Cal, I need Cal to mentor me. I'm gonna go to Emmy. Get your baby a little boy scout. Go ahead, Cam. You about to say
I was gonna ask you. So you said DSA. What is DSA for the
Detroit School of Arts? Detroit School of Arts. That's Aaliyah, and so many other people.
Yeah, a lot of people went to DSA.
A lot of people went to DSA, and I'm talking about very, very talented. DSA is the one that did their dance team to our video 2 years ago for Respect Day.
Definitely, I've seen that. We got that video too.
Yeah.
So, Cal, to you, Respect Day, how it came about and where it's at right now, where do you see it going?
Man, so because of the outcomes, right, getting schools just involved so the kids can finish up strong. Right, because all of us went to school when the sun came out in the spring. We was buck wild
in the streets.
We went to skipping school. We went to, went to clowning. Right.
Yeah.
So
night train.
Yeah. So in this case, what happens is that Respect Day calms the foolishness in the school.
Yes.
And people are able to really focus and finish the school year strong. So that outcome is what produced the highest male population graduation rate for Mumford. So for us, Respect Day is a huge thing, and where I see it going is changing how children are educated to finish the year strong, because right now we put a lot of money into certain things in the summer, but what about spring, fall, and winter, right? What good is it if I come into the summer I got a 1.5? You know what I mean? Like, so we doing these things, but and it's no knocking against that, because that's good. But let's invest really into our boys, right? Which I think is something. When I started Boys Matter, that's what I was talking about. Right, because boys matter, because people don't understand what that boy becomes and the essence of him getting into his proper role. You see, so he can become a true protector of his family, of his sisters, without having to have all this emotion at the table. And that was something we really got into this next segment on Let's Talk Legal. We really got into how emotions have affected a lot of people and put a lot of people in jail.
Yeah, because one second, one decision, you're one decision away from being in jail. And if you don't have emotional intelligence, because you're caught up in the moment.
Yes.
Because you don't know how to navigate through those emotions in the moment. So is that something that you teach the young men in your program?
Of course. We
live outside of that moment of haste?
That's why. So it takes 12 mentors to equal one father. The biological father is still the most powerful being. What we have systematically done within the African American culture is devalue that process because of the benefit from the system chose more separation for the advancement.
Right, because the father couldn't be in the home in order for the woman to
I don't want to see
system.
him come up and be in a higher position economically, family-wise. I don't want to see, the system didn't want to see that. This is why it really is. And it's not a knock, but when that women's movement hit, it further divided to the process that
and that was a plan as well.
And that was a plan, right? And so if we in the 60s, if you can't have them in the house, in the 70s, the no-fault divorce, then the drugs, war on drugs. Then what happened is these are all survival things, because we not gonna give you the job to provide for your family. You can't be in the house. And that same law, this is where law in the racial construct in Michigan, and not in Michigan, but the United States effed up, is now they're reaping what they sowed. And because you sowed this hate and discourse to destroy people from having families, right? Not having jobs, the whole nine, now you're faced with the thing that greed is intent. So poverty cannot unite, just like the Black Panthers wanted poverty to unite. So now poverty is so divided, instead of working together, that's what it did to us. So they practice.
Ain't that crazy?
They practice on the culture, and then it landed on their culture, opioids and all of that. So racism as a construct really was planted and pushed in by the greed. To destroy
us, but now it's destroying them.
It's destroying everybody.
It's destroying everybody.
Because it's getting them, because 50%, they just said white children fell under the 50%. But when I was screaming before this guy got in office, all right, women, this is y'all opportunity, I was screaming it, racism was still at the table. And so black women, and then now you got the Goonies, right, that voted, I call them brothers that voted for Trump, the Goonies.
The Goonies.
You know what I mean?
Trump.
The Goonies couldn't see that really where you were supposed to be is side by side. We keep trying to get ahead of one another.
When you need to be walking together.
Side by side, because side by side produces a legacy.
Yeah.
Dorian said we paid a severe price to integrate. We destroyed our families to get some progress in society.
You can't argue with that.
Not at all.
Yeah, because I remember having a conversation with my mother who was in her 80s, and she said that she grew up in a neighborhood where, you know, everybody got along. And then, like you're saying, they wanted to integrate and put, she was like, what was there to put? We was already together anyway. And then they just put a label on it, you know, that these kids can go to this school. She said we were fine where we were because we were all getting along. We all, you know, grew up together. Yeah. We were all doing life.
Right.
And so then they put a label on it. It's always to make one person feel like they're better than the next.
Yeah.
Calling you in there.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Doctor, look, when Brother Mann is in the building, it's always something.
Yes.
He's teaching, and he's actually correct. We don't properly mentor. You got boys raising boys. Men that aren't necessarily men, that are posing because you're of a certain age. You haven't grown emotionally, intellectually, and we are just, this is why we're divided, because they took the father out because of progress. I hate to say this, neither one of these political parties are for us. They got us right up to the 60s, and they decided right then and there, we're going to break up this black messiah, this black father. Y'all want in? It's going to be a price. The price is we're going to have to, one of y'all going to have to be besmirched. We're going to raise the other end up, and we're going to create this divide. Because if a divided house, there is no house.
It cannot stand.
It can't stand, and they know that.
Here's an additive to what you're saying. When World War II hit, men were at war. Economics became the game.
Yep.
Because I can hire women
who don't know no better
at a cheaper cost, right? While as that came about, we recognized that the woman is going to go to work every day. Then we shifted how we market it, because in that process, we started rewarding that behavior of the individualism. Now, while my home is still intact, here comes affirmative action, which was designed by a brother in the Republican Party.
Was it Claude Anderson?
I don't know. Claude Anderson was not the architect of affirmative action, right?
He was part of it, though.
I don't know. All I know is the brother came with affirmative action in the Republican Party. So it was a Republican Party that came with affirmative action, right? So in that process, what happened was came the 1964 Food Stamp Act. Right behind that, the 1965 Juvenile Act. Now, juvenile originally wasn't supposed to be what it is today, a prison starter kit, right? So then we come, and while you're distracted, we hit you with, we give you the civil rights, right? To have rights to move, and then you recognize going in that you're not prepared to really go into integration, right? Because there are things that you didn't have, that you wasn't recognizing that you already had. Your dollar was already circulating. The problem was, again, we have to take blame as men, because what we were doing, we stopped cultivating as well. We acted like the oppressor to our women, our homes, the process.
Well, see, too, also when you're trying to be, as they would say, integrated into society, right? We also live in a capitalist society, and economically, once we didn't have to say you're going to be stuck in this neighborhood because we got redlining,
right? And
don't forget now the Housing Act of 1968
was
the real change in our culture. because it was not vogue to live amongst your own people anymore.
Yep.
That part. And it's systematically. Don't forget the busing rights.
Yeah, but here's where I bust your head at. In 1969, then Governor Ronald Reagan signed the No Fault Divorce Act. Yep. And in January 1970, January 1st, there were hundreds of thousands of divorces filed.
Wow. Yep. Hey, look, Dorian, thank you for calling us, brother. Hey, Cal. We had a real busy day, and I really want people to understand.
I like talking to Cal. Cal be kicking you.
Thank you.
Respect Day, DSA, April.
We don't have the date, but it's going to be either March 31st, right in the first week before they go on break. Okay. So we'll have that, and that's going to be the first one, right? That's where, like, we going to really. That's where we're going to launch it, and some other schools might be going at the same time.
That's good.
That's what we're trying to figure out amongst the other schools. Like we got a school out of Redford, we got Southfield Christian, and Ferndale so far, right?
Okay.
That's at the table, and Detroit Prep. They're at the table. So,
both Detroit Preps, under got 2 Detroit Preps.
No, this is the middle school.
Okay, the middle school.
Right, because the young man that's at the table, my young rapper, Young Dro, he's at the table, and so him and his family are at the table, and they're making sure that they can get it in there. And there's some other little pieces, man, that we believe if you buy into this Respect Day as a school, that the reward is going to be beyond what you even imagine, because really teaching kids the true definition of words. This is literacy with Respect Day.
And that's also spiritual. They need to learn that words have power. Yeah. And it's not just words. That when you are talking, you are, when you are talking, the things that you say will manifest. They will come to pass in some way, shape, or form. Yes. So it's very important that we teach children the power of their words and what positive and words that build can do for our community.
Yes. Let's talk legal.
Oh, it's hot. I think it's hot.
Where they can find it
at? They can find it on YouTube at Judge Perkins 313.
Okay. Cal, thank you for joining us today, bro. I really appreciate it. We're about to go into a quick sponsorship video, and we come right back with the topic of the day. All right? We'll be right back. Y'all watching the Rise and Grind Morning Show right here on podcast. Yeah. I think right here on podcast. I think we're on podcast.
He thinks we're on.
I have to ask you, what's your relationship with Lester Simmons?
I don't know any Lester Simmons.
Gangster.
in some illegal activities with Mayor Jenkins for the past 15 years.
Yes, that was Operation Get Money.
Yes.
That was Operation Get Money. I need to scoot over. No, you. Come on over. Yeah, that was Operation. That was Operation Get Money with D&Z Films. They got a premiere coming up March 11th. I got more details. It's going to be at the Birmingham 8. Showtime starts at 7 o'clock. Red carpet is at 6. So if you want to get a ticket, go to Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite, type up the name and Operation Get Money, and get your ticket. It's going to be dope. It's going to be hot.
Get money.
We're going to go right into today's topic. We have somebody joining us in the next 2-3 minutes. Ms. Darnita, she'll be hanging with us for a minute.
Yeah.
Talk about.
Good morning.
Bring up some legal shield. And we're gonna talk legal business for a minute. She also gonna be at the Pancakes and Podcast this Saturday.
Okay.
And she's gonna be there only for a minute because it's Valentine's Day, y'all. She's a married woman. So we'll be right back.
Friday we having Trap Keno,
yeah,
so
we're not talking about that right now. Hold on.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The topic of the day is faith without action is just a wish.
Ooh, okay, let's go.
So when I came up with these topics, I had to think about who was going to be sitting down with, who I called in to really sit with us. So we speaking of faith without action. This is Man of Action, Dr. Calvin T. Mann. So
definitely,
if what would you think the people or your boys would be at if they never got an Emmy? If yours was just an idea or just a wish and you ain't act upon it.
You know what? I never have ever really looked at it from the perspective of that. But, because all ingredients count.
That sounds like a book.
Yeah, that is my book.
Okay.
Right? So if not me, then who is what my man Terrence Wheeler always said. And if not now, when? So I think it was just, for me, it was taking up the mantle when I was called to do it and do it. It wasn't that I even had to be liked. There was some of my basketball players just did not like me, and I wasn't there for you to like me. I was there to help you get to where you needed to get. I think a lot of times we worry too much about somebody liking us.
Woo!
Instead of getting them where they need to get.
Hand claps to that one.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! We could close the show with that one. I mean, so I can be honest with you.
And so for me, I from my pain of seeing what I didn't get is what caused, and I didn't know it was purpose until I stepped out, and God pulled me back in.
From pain to purpose is so powerful that the Bible says that people will be healed by the words of your testimony. So people need to stop being afraid of sharing who they are, their hurts, their pains, and their experiences, and share them with other people so other people can be healed. You go through things and you experience things not for yourself. You go through things and experience things for other people. We have to share. We have to be communal and not be afraid, because the truth is the truth. If it happened, it happened. So let's try to learn how to turn our pain into power like Calvin has done. Because that's very powerful that you were like, I was hurt in this area, this bothered me, I had this going on, but I want to make sure that no other young man is lacking
or
anything.
Went through it, right?
Or if I can help him navigate going through what I went through or something similar. So
I gotta tell you that a lot of me sharing this, my uncle Don is the one that told me I needed to share what I was doing, because I wasn't.
Right.
Because I had took the covenant with God in Numbers 30 verse 2 that everything that I said I was going to do, I must do. So I took that covenant because Numbers teaches covenant. And so I took that covenant in this purpose. There were a lot of things I could have been. I could have been a singer. I could have been a comedian. Right, I was a player at one point in time.
From the Himalaya,
right? I was foolish. I did things I wasn't supposed to do. But once I literally bought in and took the covenant up, and that's when I started laying shirts with kids was getting killed in 2004. What was behind me fed, fueled, and uplifted what was going to be in front of me. Right. So that's why I say all ingredients count, because I am not here. I was 20 when I got kicked out of college. And so me saying that I was going to do this regardless, we didn't have all the bells and whistles. So we don't have the big budget. We didn't have the $1 million board members and things like that. But I'll put our outcomes up to anybody's outcomes when it comes to boys.
I just think that sometimes that's another thing people get caught up in is the numbers. And if you just reach one person, if you just change one life, that is more than enough. You're doing more than that.
Yeah, I can't just do one.
It's just like, no, I'm just saying in essence, because sometimes people get caught up in the numbers, like, oh, I did 5,000, but did you really help them? So like what you're doing, you're really concentrating and making sure that you help them become a well-rounded individual. Not mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, in all the things, and not just focusing on one thing. And I think that's dope. Yeah.
Real love.
That's what's up.
Which was partial because of my dream, but it's funny how many people, when we talk about Martin Luther King, he said, I had a dream, right? And then in his profession, how many of those things came true in his dream? A lot. Yeah. So when my dream was taken away from me, I said, well, I'm going to make sure that they get it. And I took on those things, and my team, there is no way that I could even be involved to this point without my village. And I mean, if I got into my village conversation, it'll be on. Because it's so many people in that boy that helped us achieve what we've achieved.
Right. That's what's up.
Well, faith without actions is just a wish. I think we living in a day and time right now where a lot of people are more fearful of the outcome, and they look at maybe how much work it takes to put in to actually making their dream happen. And I think that's a fearful, they're in fear of what they really can become. Because when you really actually have faith in what you're doing, it takes you to shed a certain type of skin to really walk into it. So I think that process, sometimes people be fearful of the process that it takes to really live out a dream, but wishes are still good. Wishes are still good. I am a person that believes that speaking things to existence is real.
It is.
The Bible does talk about how, hey, speak it as if it is. So I do believe that there's life in words. That's why it's so important for us to continue to keep speaking. It's so important for us to continue to tell other people our journey and the things that we've been through so they can understand that there is power in the tongue. So
life and death.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and it's better to, use your words for a superpower instead of tearing things down. And I think that's something that we have to really work on in our culture, and that's why the work that Calvin is doing is so important, because these boys, I'm a boy mom.
Okay.
So me being a boy mom, and GiGi not on camera yet, but she a girl mom. She's a boy mom as well.
Boy,
right. Look.
I'm a girl
one and done. No, but it's very important that we raise young kings. We have to, because if we don't, who will?
Do me a favor and pull up Proverbs 18:20. And as you are pulling it up, I like this one.
I was already on Proverbs 8. That's so funny.
Yeah, Proverbs 18:20. And if you could read it when you get it, because
we are reading from the NIV. Everybody or you got.
No, you go ahead.
Everybody stand for the gospel.
Everybody stand for the word of God. Okay, so Proverbs 8 and 20.
18.
18, 20.
18, 20.
8. I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
go ahead.
From the fruit of their person. Okay, from the fruit of their mouth, a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips, they are satisfied. This proverb highlights that the words we speak have direct consequences, creating a harvest of either good or bad outcomes.
From the fruit of the mouth,
that
the heart
that we must live with. So yes, from the fruit of their mouth,
and that's
a person's stomach is filled.
Yes.
Yes. So we read it, Calvin. Now break it down.
So I prefer that.
I can understand that.
I prefer that because it doesn't give you a choice. I prefer that because it tells you exactly what, when you're speaking and how it manifests. Right?
Right.
So a perfect example is my apparel. So my apparel been here. It's been put in 7 countries. It helped build the nonprofit. Now Emmy Apparel has got his own store. My apparel has come with over 400 affirmations that's on the back of these shirts, the messages, the whole 9. But that message encouraged me. I'm young, it's for everybody. People see it one way as I'm growing this apparel now into the global market. For me, that is the fruit. So that is the fruit of my mouth, right? That is being and it has manifested in lives. There have been people who put on an Emmy T-shirt and took off. There are so many stories in my book, All Ingredients Count, because I tell, here are 10 things you should have on this journey, right? All ingredients count because all your failures, all your problems, all your issues, all your overcoming, all your kindness, all your giving, all those things move you to the person that God wants you to become.
That's good. That's real good.
Now I'm on camera, y'all. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, GiGi in the house?
I'm in the house, y'all.
Yeah, so it's. I love what you're doing. Cause I remember it was a time.
Went to Emmy.
Okay.
Yes, Evan
And so
is a product
what was your
of
experience
Emmy.
with that?
It helped Evan with his social emotional skills. Like, Evan is very intelligent. He's very mature for his age, but he's the only child, so it brought him around other young men. It taught him about perseverance, about not quitting, because that's the thing. When you are only child, you spoiled. You the only grandchild, you spoiled. You get everything most of the time that you want. And quitting, oh, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? But with Calvin, that's not an option. You see your task through. School was a very big thing for him, although he was succeeding in school, but it still kept him on track. It was something that I can use as leverage, because when he acting up, I could go on the Cal like, hey, Evan is tripping. And he could deal with that, because it's only so much as a woman that I can do. And so also, along with Miss Heather, while the boys and Calvin and the coaches were out in the gym and they were doing their lessons and things like that, the mothers and the parents that brung the kids, they were enriched as well. We had classes, we had resources, we had people come in, we had a Chase representative come in. Evan still has his investment account that he's investing in, and he's going to start working this summer, so it's going to be his responsibility to add to that. So it's all of these things that's build layers, and then also supports the family in a wraparound service type of way.
I think that is beautiful. I wish they would have had that when my son was growing up, and I know others of you are out there saying the same thing. So we need to really pour into and get connected to Emmy.
Because the door is almost closed because they don't invest in we're at a dogfight for Emmy right now. We really are. 19 years, we have nothing. We're literally in a dogfight, like bank account, all of that. So we're in a dogfight for it, and wish that, you know, I've been on Twitter. Old girl that was Jeff Bezos' ex-wife, who would, you know, give out that money. I'd have been on Twitter like, hey,
we over here.
Look at us over here. You know what I mean? And so that, because we just need the 1 million to see us, right? And if we had 10,000 people donate, you know, just $10, that would make a difference in us still going on. But I'm literally on Twitter. I done kicked off the Kentucky Fried Chicken jingle. It's for sale. I'm about to put my national anthem out there. If you want me to sing the national anthem, I'll come sing it, but you're gonna have to donate to my nonprofit. We've engineered a process that we're going to get ready to offer to other people. I'm selling everything. I got all them piston jackets and stuff over there. Y'all can come get. I'm selling everything to try to say, because I didn't get to where I want to get to, if you know what I mean. I got 19 years, but I've never seen my organization funded. I've never seen it funded in a way where we had the bells and whistles. So we had a marketing director. We had an event planner that we didn't have to do these events. Like, there are some traditions that we've built. Our pancake breakfast, we cannot do it. This would have been our 11th or 12th one. It's supposed to be scheduled the first weekend in March. We can't do it. And so that brought families together. Our boys would serve the community. That was part of their community service project. And we can't do it. And I'm really coming out and saying a lot of things, because going forward, I think people need to understand. There were a lot of people came to the table and say, we would love to collaborate to you. And when they saw we didn't have any money, they couldn't believe the outcomes we have. They just disappear. And I mean, I've been brought to several tables about, hey, we want to do this, but you don't have what we need you to have.
And it's money that you need to have?
Oh, yeah, we need that money.
No, is it a board as well, though? Do you have a board?
Yeah.
No, he got all of that part. But you said they run away when they find out you don't have money.
Yeah. And I understand. Okay. Because nobody wants to work for free. I get it, right? But what we built it from the model of scarcity. And from that model, it was important because, again, who literally, when you look out and you see boys, when you put them in the youth, and I'm sure some of y'all can attest to this, when anything is for youth, you're going to see more girls than boys. And in that process, when you see more girls than more boys, the boy is just going to do that. Slowly but surely, because you're trying to convince what's against his nature that I'm not that smart. And this is what I shared yesterday on American Black Journal. Give them, instead of giving the boys the game and get the girls books, give them both books.
Yes.
I do not believe at all in this country that girls are smarter than boys. I do not believe that boys are smarter than girls. So that conversation has been detrimental to the boy, because when I started talking about the frontal cortex lobe and the boy, he doesn't develop and all that, where did that conversation come from? Because back then I was just as smart as any girl in my class, right? But the physical aspects of what we got to do, they took that away. So the girl sits and performs in class and does because guess what? She has her species. In the class right now, a boy is sitting in class right now. He's going to go from 7 classes. He might see one male out of the 7 classes he has. You mean like a teacher? Yeah. No. Yeah. Might be security guard.
Yeah.
It's gotten to that point where the verbs, where we was just talking about words, tell brothers this all the time. When a brother say, I'm staying out the way. That's some BS. What you mean you staying out the way? Right? You supposed to be in the way.
Because you don't want to help.
Staying out the way.
It's being passive.
Not only is that,
it's not adding value.
It's an old street term that got turned into impact. So staying out the way. I don't want all the smoke. So no, you go. Right? The shortcut. Mama, you do it.
You go, yeah.
It's Chicken Little. Who gonna help me bake the cake? Nobody wants to help bake the cake.
And it's vice versa because understand that there are a lot of girls in trouble as well.
Yeah.
Right? But the girls got women who will come to the rescue.
Right.
The boys, it's different. If you separate them, you can bring them both up, because the reason why I went to group mentoring, because I saw a long time ago, I could mentor one person, and that person or their family, if they got anything against you, could say, "Oh, you touch my kid," and your life is over.
Absolutely.
Yeah. At this point, man, I want to have a whole show, maybe a whole week with talking about this. But right now, we about to go to a quick break. We got 2 more guests that's coming in.
Okay, I'm getting out.
No,
We don't want you to leave.
We don't want you to leave, but at the same time, man, I thank you, and I think we need to put more concentration on this conversation.
Yes. So it could be more awareness, because you coming on one day, you bringing awareness, but we over here like need more.
Matter of fact, this is what we might do. We might do 1 week of boys, 1 week of girls. You feel me? And so let's plan that out.
Okay, Emmy Apparel, go get you a sweatshirt. Come on over to the new store. Get you.
I know. I gotta come over there. I told him to
Where's the new store?
It's on Telegraph.
Right between 8
9 Mile, right behind the Habitat for Humanity.
Oh, okay.
Restore.
The resource. Oh,
man, I just got in the new Red Wings. I got the Yzerman hoodie from Mitchell and Ness with the Steve Yzerman.
Oh, okay. He got the stuff.
I got the stuff. Yeah. I got them jackets.
Hey, you better go ahead and get them, because opening day is coming up.
Hey, yo, and GiGi here.
And I'm here.
Yo, we be right back. Y'all watching the Rise of Ground One show right here on Podcasting.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience?
I do.
Look no further. Introducing Podcasting, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcasting, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with a growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcasting is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcastinglife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
Detroit Coffee Lodge, located at 19737 James Cousin Freeway. Make yourself comfortable, just like home. Sandwiches made with love. Some of the best gourmet coffee around. Give us a call, 313-340-0960. Detroit Coffee Lodge, 19737 James Cousin Freeway. We gather, we share, we spread love at Detroit Coffee Lodge. Go to www.detroitcoffeelodge.com. Stay up to date with what we got going on. Or check us out on Instagram or Facebook, Detroit Coffee Lodge.
Oh, it look familiar? Yeah.
Yo, welcome back to the Rise of Ground Morning Show. I'm sorry. But right now, without reasonable doubt, GiGi's walking in the door. She walks slow. She just came from the parking lot. She's a little slow.
She walked fast. That was quick.
Yeah, I hear it. Cam, it's on you. So what you gonna do? Go ahead. Today we have 2 other great guests.
How you gonna tell her to go ahead?
Because she's slow. Look at her. Go ahead.
Okay, today we have 2 great guests that are here from When the City Breathes, the hit stage play. This is not just your ordinary play. It includes a 3-course dinner. It will be at the International Institute on March 14th and 15th. So we have right here with me 2 people from the cast. But first I'm going to introduce the creator, the visionary from Living My Crown, acting troupe, the leader, Miss Keeley.
Hey.
Hello.
And thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate you all.
Yes. And you brought a guest with you?
I did. I brought the illustrious Shawan Taylor. She is a member of the cast. Y'all, she brings a bit of humor to a serious subject. And so I'm excited to have her here. I'm excited to have her as part of our cast.
Okay. And her name is Shawan?
Yes, Shawan Taylor. Yep.
Shawan Taylor.
Nice to
Hey,
meet you.
Shawan. How are you? Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your project.
So I have a film background, but I also have a theater background, which a lot of people don't know. I studied theater. So with this particular play, When the City Breathes, again, it's more of an experience because people will eat their dinner while they're watching the play.
Okay.
And so you don't have to figure out what you're eating before, what you're eating after, when you're going to eat, what you're going to eat, all that stuff. It's all included. However, the play is about this young lady named Aaliyah who she's the leader of her community. She's the spokesperson. She's that one that's champion for her neighborhood, right? This her hood. She grew up here. She's still here, and she's staying here. And some developers want to come in and tear it all down, but they're not for that because with that comes people not being able to afford to live there. The problem is when the developer come in and it's a guy who's from the neighborhood. Who she was in love with. So now she has to make this choice. Does she stick with her hood and ride or die for the hood, or do she go with her heart?
Her boo.
So
basically her heart is split.
It's
because it's split between that man and it's split between my hood.
But I mean, it's real. Sometimes we have to make them hard choices, and we have to choose between career and love, between moving and love. We
There's a lot going on.
Have a lot to.
Yeah, I'm interested for this food because I'm a foodie, so I know that the people watching they like, what's up with the food?
Who's catering?
So we have Aces Grill and Smokehouse catering, doing the food. Yeah, their food is so good.
And where are they located? Do they have a spot, or do they just do catering?
They do catering. They just do catering. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But because of the relationship I have with them, I've been able to taste their food.
Yes, right. You got to use your resources.
Yes, absolutely. So, again, it's a 3-course dinner about the food. So we have, for starters, we have the salad and dinner roll, mazzacholi meatballs. For the entree, there's a choice. Mazzacholi. And you have the choice between chicken, baked chicken, or salmon. You have your different vegetables. You have garlic mashed potatoes. And then for the desserts, there's a variety of desserts. So, yes, you're definitely getting more than your money's worth.
For $55,
For $55, you get
dinner and a full show.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, sister girl, Shawan. Okay. So what are you doing? What is your role in this play?
So the role that I play is Miss Pearl. And so Miss Pearl, she is she's the older, more mature, attentive neighbor in the neighborhood.
Or nosy.
Otherwise nosy.
She's attentive.
We just gonna call it
she pays attention to everything.
As soon as you said Miss Pearl, I said, oh, she the nosy one.
Yes.
Pearl.
It was something in the name for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
About the name Pearl.
But she's truly a pearl.
Miss Pearl keep it real. She ain't, and she try to lay back a little low, but Miss Pearl gonna let you know that she knows.
She definitely tells it like it is, and she's not allowing any stone to be left unturned.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love. I think this is gonna be a great play. I like mess.
So yes,
a beautiful mess.
In this play, you're gonna see yourself. You're gonna see your auntie. You're gonna see one of your old boos because we got a couple different guys in. We got J. Bell, the comedian.
Oh, okay.
I call him Paul Bunyan. He look like Paul Bunyan.
This man, now, believe it or not, I cast him for a serious role, right? But he
Can't be serious.
We be in rehearsal like,
rolling.
What just happened?
Yes.
Just rolling. And so he brings a lot of life and energy, y'all. I'm so excited about him being part of this play because his personality just bring a whole different energy. Yeah. And so it's cool. We got JBL, we got Rosalind, Dobine, we got Miss Rucker. You know, we got a very full cast. It's
That's
awesome.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's okay if you don't care if you forget their names. I understand.
I'm forgetting all
we got
Louis Bell.
Don't
because
do that.
the thing is, some of my cast members, I've had relationships. And how do I put this? I met them years ago, and you just kind of gravitate to people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so we know each other. Like I just posted a picture in our group chat of me and Rosalind from 15 years ago.
Wow.
Now I had not seen her in 15 years, but we still connect.
Yes.
Like that's my sister girl. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got a video. Did you send in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's check it out then. I'm excited.
Check out the video.
It's the premiere.
Get ready for this dynamic dinner theater experience with a 3-course dinner and the hit stage play When the City Breathes. March 14th at 6:30 p.m. Get your tickets today.
And this is going to be at the International Institute on Kirby. So I am glad that you did choose a spot that has good parking.
Yes, there's a parking lot. There's a parking lot.
Because that is clutch. Because going down, you go a lot of places and you're like, where am I going to park?
Yes, there's a parking lot. It's free. Or you can park on the street.
Why?
Yeah. Why would you park? But let me tell y'all.
Because some people don't want to park in the parking lot because they feel like if they park on the street, they can go home faster.
Yeah.
One time I went down there to take care of some business, and I'm like, well, I'm just running in. I'm going to just park right here. I put money in the meter. And I promised I was just running right in and right out. I got in there, got to talking. I came out and had a $150 ticket. I didn't realize I was in handicap parking, y'all.
Oh,
I said, this place cost me more than I thought. But it's all good. So yes, park in the parking lot, but you can park on the street too.
Absolutely. So, question for Living My Crown acting troupe: how long have you guys been together, or how long has this been in existence, and what other plays have you done?
So Living My Crown has been around for a few years, like that, on the film tip.
Okay.
But the acting troupe was just cast in December.
Really?
We are new, but the energy between everybody, some of them knew each other. We got Mercedes Scott. It just seemed like she know everybody. I don't know if she knew them or she didn't, if she just, I don't know. But she is the lead. Yeah. And y'all, when I say this lady can blow, baby.
Yes.
Oh, she said baby.
Yes.
Okay.
So, so we all just got together in December.
Okay. So listen, I am a little shaky about plays because I hate musicals. I ain't never went to a Tyler Perry play. It's just not my thing. But I wanted to know, is this like a musical?
That is an excellent question.
Yes.
Shawan is my witness. I told him, I said, it's a 3-act play.
Okay.
I said, it's one song per act, and one of the songs is only 45 seconds.
Great.
I said, because this is not a musical.
Okay.
We're not doing a musical, and I wanted to make that clear with the cast, because we got a lot of singers in the cast. Nope, everybody not singers. She gonna sing a song, he gonna sing a song, they gonna sing a song together. That's it.
Okay. She said, straight to the point on that. Praise the Lord. Because, I'm not even gonna hold y'all up. Like, that's my hesitation with going to plays. Not because I don't want to see the show or I don't want to support or anything. It's just like I can't get through the singing, and I'd rather just not go than go and be irritated or get up in the middle of somebody. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's rude.
But I'm the total opposite. I love the singing.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's so amazing when people just go a cappella and they just show their talent within the script.
That is so nice.
I swear, I love it.
It's a different energy.
It's mean no hate to nobody's gift.
Tyler Perry didn't.
Yeah, he done probably done scarred me.
Yeah, and then when Tyler do it, he be going, you be like, okay, it's been 5 minutes.
Okay, get off
the
Tyler. Get
we
off Tyler.
We don't want to get on Tyler, okay? But I understand what you're saying, and a lot of men don't like all that singing either. They
and
be
that's
like,
why I want to balance it. Because I wanted some singing because
some people like it.
I can't sing. I sing in my shower. I sing in my car, but and I think I do that well. But I'm gonna stick there.
I'm not gonna lie.
But everybody don't like it, and so I just wanted to balance. I wanted some singing, but it had to be good singing. Yeah. If we're gonna put a song in, it's gotta be you gotta blow. And
or
so I got
two
sings that blow, and it makes sense.
Yeah, that's
my thing.
Want
too much.
Thank you, because it's like it don't make sense. Like sometimes the singing overshadows the story. You know what I'm saying? Like I get lost in like, okay, she just singing about her dog dying. Like, can we?
I know what you're saying because I went to this one play and I ain't gonna say what play it was, and they broke out a duet broke out, and I was like, why? It was like you just put two people in the scene because they was your cousins or something, and they just wanted to be in the play and they just sung a song. And then it was like,
it's not the talent
I didn't
show.
understand.
We ain't having the talent show.
No, I didn't understand.
Like, y'all don't have to sing the conversation. Like, let's not do that. Like, and I just wanted you to be, no. Like, no. This is not R. Kelly.
But you hurt
in
my
the closet.
feelings.
Like, now we in the closet. Like, no. I'm straight. Let's get out the closet and get out of here. Like,
She's just so matter of fact. She's like, no, is it a lot of singing? Because I do not want to hear a whole lot of singing.
I've been like, well, we got 5, 7 songs. But no, we don't.
Some people do.
I got you.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my favorite musicals is Rent. I love
Rent is good.
I love Rent.
But that's a musical.
Yeah.
So when you purchase your tickets, you know you're going to a musical.
Yeah.
Right. To her point, don't be tricking people.
If it's a musical, you need to say it's a musical.
Yeah,
not a play. It's a musical. Yeah.
Let me know. Say the musical play so I know not to buy a ticket.
So we know March 14th, you better be there 6:30 sharp. At doors open at 6.
So
at
is there
International Institute at 111 East Kirby Street, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Is it assigned seating or first come, first serve?
Yes, but no. There's no assigned seating except some people have purchased whole tables.
Gotcha.
Because they want all their people to sit together.
Yeah.
Right.
And so those people will have a table
Reserved
where all
tables.
their people can sit together.
Okay.
And it's going down on the 15th too, right?
It's going down on the 15th, but I only have tickets for the 14th. And now, disclosure, we only have tickets for the 14th now. The 15th, it's not that it's sold out, but it did because I'm doing something different with film and all this, and so it's a different experience on the 15th. So that's
so which one you think gonna be the? Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's going to be different. So we only have tickets for the 14th. You don't have anybody coming now.
You coming on the
14th. So I'm going to see you Saturday. 14th. Doors open at 6 o'clock. The play is starting at 6:30. It's going down.
It's going down. That's what
dinner start. What time dinner start?
So because again, it's a different kind of experience. So when you come in. Somewhere around 6:20-ish, they're going to serve the salads and a meatball.
So basically, don't be on CPT pack time. Be on time.
You gotta be early.
So be there at 6 o'clock.
So, well, no, I mean, it's not that because you can eat during the play.
Gotcha.
And so, and that's the whole idea that you'll eat during the play. And then, we have 2 intermissions. The first intermission, the entree will be served. So you can get your whatever meat you decided you want, your vegetables, all that stuff. You know, you get all that. And you eat that while you're watching the second act.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Then there's a second intermission, and you'll get your dessert, and you either. So I have done this before.
Order.
Yes, there's order. I've done it before, and it worked out. People loved it, and they were like, "Can you do this every month?" I was like, "I ain't got that type of time. I don't even know that many plays. I can't think like so." Yeah. But yeah, people absolutely love the format of it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that it's a full-on experience, like you said. Like this can be a date night, a girls' night, a family, event where you don't have to worry about food, because that's all included, because that's the main thing. You don't want to stay too late or too long, because you know somebody gonna get hangry. But in this experience,
ain't that the truth?
Yeah, or you know, for me, I get hangry or I stop paying attention and I get irritated. Like, okay, so we not eating. Like, what's happening?
Where the food?
Yeah, like where the food. So I appreciate that you are thoughtful and in the way that it's being done, as far as it's not going to be a distraction to you guys' art. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
That's what's up.
This was up. Her being all polite and thank you and stuff.
Shut up, Miles.
I do want to say that I think I love dinner plays.
He don't even know what he love.
You know, I know he hate joints.
I definitely think I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah. So who is that singing?
That was our duet, Mo.
Huh?
That was our duet.
Oh, no,
Don't be a hater.
No, it wasn't, because I said, "Who do you love?"
No, they ain't sound like that.
And then she did her part.
I'm sure.
See, that was a duet. That was.
I used to be. Okay, that was my song. Don't be hating.
Anyway, so listen. So
that's what's up.
Y'all about to stick around with us for this topic, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so here we go. The topic of the day is faith without action is just a wish.
Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works is dead. Absolutely.
Period.
I thought you don't like music.
She only like musical when she musical.
Yeah.
I'm musically inclined in the shower.
So let me think about that.
Ew.
Okay.
You wouldn't know because you ain't never been there. But anyway, get it together. No, but faith without action is just a wish. That's deep.
Shawan?
Yeah, you down there quiet. You down there quiet, Miss Pearl.
This is what she kick in, that faith without action is just a wish.
So it's one thing to have faith, and it's one thing to have a wish. So you can wish all day that you could do this, that, and the other. But if you don't put it into action, then that's all it is. It's just a wish.
Okay.
Or it's just a dream, you know.
So you just remixed the title. That's what you just did?
Pretty much.
Did you even answer the question?
Pretty much, but I'm going to answer the
go
question.
ahead.
So in order to make your faith, in order to bring your faith into action, whatever your vision is, you put your, let me reword that. Y'all kind of put me on the spot.
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
This is what I do, though. So, I would say so. I had a lot of faith in. I had a vision to become an actress, and wanting to be an actress and wanting to do all these different things, and until I actually stepped out of my own self and got out of my own way and put my faith behind my desire and made actions, that's when I became who I am now, which is an actress.
Well, amen. Hallelujah.
Can you put the volume down?
I'm going to give y'all the example. Y'all, I love sharing my testimony.
Good. Testify.
I love the Lord. That's my dude, right? So, I tell people, so my doctor called me up one day and said, "Hey, you need to get in here." And I was like, "All right, I'll be there." She called me again. "Hey, listen, no, seriously, you need to get in here." I said, "Okay, I'm a little bit busy. I got stuff going on. I'll be there." She said, okay, she called me again. She said, "Listen, if you don't get in here right away, I'm dropping you as my patient because I'm not going to be responsible for what happened to you." Wow. And I was like, hold on. No, what are we talking about now? So, of course, I said, "Can I come now? Or, like, do I have to wait? Like, because I can be there, like, in the next 10 minutes. So I go to the doctor. They have found nodules on my thyroid that they figure may be cancerous, right? And so I'm like, oh man. So the nodules were definitely there. They had pictures, they saw them, she felt it, it's all there, right? So I had to go in for a biopsy. I prayed, like, I ain't got time for cancer.
That part.
So I'm like, look, Lord, I don't know what you trying to prove, what you doing. I'm cool with it. Just, I know that I have the victory. I know that I am healed because your word says by your stripes I am healed. You said if I ask, I shall receive. And so I'm like, look, holding him to his word, right? And so my prayer was not, take this away now. Let me be healed right now. It was, Lord, whatever your will is, let it be done. So if you're going to heal me now, great. if you're going to go through with this whole thing, however the process is going to be, and then you heal me, I'm cool with that too, right? So so that's my faith. That's me moving in faith, right? I believe it. I'm healed.
Yes.
So they did the biopsy, but what I did, I started taking herbs, some natural herbs, and sometimes, you know, I give the impression that the herbs heal me, but it didn't, because what I don't tell people is that because of the timing of everything, I didn't start taking the herbs till the day after the biopsy. But that was still my work. My work was, I believe that I'm going to be healed. That's my faith. Me taking these herbs, that's the work. And then when I went in for the results, they literally said, we don't see anything.
Amen.
Everything's straight up.
That happened.
That's how he works. Hold on.
That's how God works.
So how are you going to heal my thyroid? Because hypothyroidism, hyper and hypothyroidism, there's no cure, they say. There's nothing you can do about it. They're going to take it out. You're going to take medicine for the rest of your life. And I talked with God about that. I said, listen, now you know I don't have that type of discipline to be taking medicine. But every day for the rest of my, I can't. You know me better than I do. We can't do that. So I asked her, what are you going to do to regulate my thyroid? She said, we don't see anything wrong with it now.
Come on,
That's
Lord.
how he do.
Come on, Jesus.
That's how he do. It's dead. That's how he do. Action is just a wish. So
Yes. And then we have to also understand that we have authority as the believers. You have authority. The Bible tells you to speak to the mountain and it shall be removed. So you speak to that thing. I don't have time for cancer today. I ain't got time for cancer tomorrow. I ain't got time for cancer ever. So therefore, cancer, you have a name and you're going to have to yield to the name of Jesus. So therefore, I like what you say. I spoke to that thing. You was like, Lord, and I think that's another thing. We have to learn to be real with God because he can handle it. Whatever the good, the bad. If you want to cuss, sometimes you got to cuss. You got to go through whatever you got to go through to get it out of your spirit, to know that God hears everything that you're saying. And whatever you're going through and whatever you say, he can handle it. But I love the fact that you said, God, you know me. So what's up?
And
what we doing?
Let me tell you,
awesome.
we can hear him too.
I love it.
Because one time, y'all, I promise you, God had never talked to me like this before, but he was like, shut up. I was like,
He'll shut you up.
He will tell you to shut up.
He will tell you to shut up.
respond. I had to shut up.
Because what can you do?
Girl, that caught me off guard.
Shut up or he'll shut you up. Just like in the Bible when he shut that guy's mouth because he was talking in unbelief.
Say nothing.
And he shut him up until after everything came to pass. Then he allowed him to speak.
And when you heard that voice, you sure you just hit end on your phone? It was just like I'm sad.
So here's one thing I love about your testimony is that you said, nevertheless, your will be done. I think that's a key point that a lot of us as believers, we may miss or don't take into consideration because it's not our will. It's his will. And we have to yield to his will. Even Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane, he did all of that, cried out. You cried out, hey God, he was like, God, I don't want to do this. I'm human. I know what I came to do. I know what I came on this earth to do. I came to die. So the point where blood vessels was bursting, and he was sweating out blood, but still he got up. Nevertheless, your will be done. Your will be done. And that's what we have to keep in mind, that it is not about us, but it is about him and what he wants to do and what he wants to produce in you in that trial, in that tribulation, through that healing. He just needed you to trust. And you went back and just held him to his word. And we have to hold God to his word, because all he wanted us to do. Because he said, that's what faith is. I said it.
Well, that's what he said.
This is what. Speak those things back to me. Hold me. Test me.
Because his word will not return to him void.
Are we going to church
That's why you got to get into the word of God. Because when you pray God's word back to him, you said I was healed.
Right.
You said I was delivered. You said that no plague should come nigh thy dwelling. You said he got to recognize his word.
I have seen God change some environments.
God with his feet up on the table like, I'm coming. You know,
chicken
or a peanut butter jelly sandwich. What you saying, Darlene?
Oh no, I just say I have seen God work in environments that you would never have known. Seriously, but people have been through. That's why I believe faith is really just that car that you got to get into and believe him for what he is. He's never gonna leave you. He's so on time. He's so on time. You know, it may not be when you want it to happen, but if you have faith, literally things will change.
Definitely have to believe. Shout out to Minister GiGi giving that word.
No,
say amen.
No,
it's
just
shout out to everybody just saying, sharing your heart. And she know that she know.
And she knows.
I know that Jesus is real because I'm only standing here by the fact. The girl don't make me start praising him.
I'm telling you. You're sitting here looking at a miracle right here.
Yeah.
Literally looking at a miracle.
Tell us about the miracle.
What is your testimony?
Testify.
So one of my testimonies.
Testify Thursday.
Is that I survived 7 brain aneurysms. To look at me now, you couldn't tell. I have photos to show that in 2015, I suffered a massive brain aneurysm, ruptured. I flatlined 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Literally had a conversation with God, and he let me know, even though you're ready right now, I can't receive you into the kingdom right now. Even though I know you're ready, you know you're ready. Your life is hidden in me. But because there's so much more that you have to do in the earth, and because you have kept me in remembrance of my word, you have stood on the promises that I've made to you. You have reminded me time and time and time again of what I have promised you. There's no way I can receive you right now until I fulfill the promises that I made to you.
Amen. Yes.
So having had 7 brain aneurysms, 1 completely ruptured, flatlining for 3 minutes and 18 seconds, and having a conversation with God, seeing what glory is. So if anybody ever tells you that heaven is not real and that God is not real, I beg to differ, sweetheart, because I have had a full experience.
Amen.
Okay, I have seen what glory looks like. And can't nobody tell me nothing otherwise.
I got you.
Because I've seen
Thank you, Lord.
Because when you have a real encounter,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, it's nothing like it's nothing like having an encounter, and that's where a lot of that's where. And I don't mean to change the subject. No, but y'all done got me stirred. Okay, because of the goodness of God. But when you have an encounter with God, that makes all the difference. You know, a lot of people could say, oh, I go to church and I do this and I do that. But when you have an encounter with God, that changes your life. And that changes everything about you.
Yes, and a lot of people don't even, like, okay, don't kill me when I say this. People have their encounters with God, their real encounters in God, outside of the church too. You know what I'm saying?
It don't have to happen in church. You are the church.
Yeah.
So that's where it happens.
Yeah,
that's the understanding.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, you know, a lot of people, I'm like, you can have an encounter with God in any place, any moment,
anywhere,
anytime.
Any place.
But when it's the real encounter, you will never be the same. Your life will never be the same. You will never look at life the same. And your belief is there. It is like, I don't even know how to explain it when I had my for real encounter, because I've been to church, I was going to church, you know, okay. But when I had a real, like, God spoke to me moment, it was like, that was you? I was in the car, and I was in the car with my mom at the time when I had a full conversation. It wasn't her voice, but at the same time, you know, you thinking you crazy. I'm like, did you say something? I'm like, I ain't say nothing. But
just like the prophet
Samuel. Yeah, just like Samuel. Like, it's like the next time you speak, say yes, Lord.
Thy servant here. In other words, I'm listening. I know it's you now.
He will meet you where you are.
Right where you
I remember I was trying to explain God to my son, and I was like, Lord, just let him hear your voice. Talk to him. And so a couple of days later, he was about 11 or 12. He was like, Ma. I'm like, what? he was like, Jesus came to me and he was talking to me. I said, he did. He said he had roller skates, an afro, and a boom box. And he was talking to me. And I was like, boy, bye. But I remember that so clearly. But he met him where he was, and he showed him the way he needed to see him. Mm-hmm. And I was tripping because we were going to an evangelical church, and wasn't no Jesus up in there with no afro. Or, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to be funny. But that's how he saw Jesus. He saw him with an afro. And when he told me that, I said, God really did come to him.
God
because
so
he
amazing.
showed him Jesus the way he had hair, wool, and he was olive. And I was like, all right, Lord, thank you. And it's amazing. God is so amazing, but that he will meet you where you are and in the most uncanny places. And he does say in the Bible that he will come to your children in dreams, especially your male children.
I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were basically saying, like, my stance is God is everywhere
all the time.
He's always with us. There's never been a time in my life at any point where he wasn't with me, and that's because his word says so I know that he is, right? And I can feel him. But at any rate, this person was saying, no, because I know some places where God wasn't at. I said, that's not true. God was there. You just didn't feel him, or you didn't acknowledge him. Just because you don't feel his presence because you're so into whatever you doing,
your sin will make
you're
you
so like distracted that you're not acknowledging God, does not mean he's not there. He's always with you.
He's there even
the Lord are everywhere.
He's there even in your sin. Your shame, your sin, and your shame will make you not see him, but he's still there. While you're doing whatever you're doing, he's there. It's nowhere you can go and hide from him. He's always there.
I'm in trouble.
You're not in trouble because he knows you. He loves you just how you are.
I ain't saying he didn't love me, but
I'm just saying he always.
And he's
always there.
If you was there,
he been there. He know who you are.
With you, look at David. David was doing some stuff. David
gave us the
second man's wife. No,
they gave us the PG version of David.
Woman.
I did that.
He took the man's woman. He killed the man. He did all of that.
He had hair.
So you know, but
I did that. But God still called him the apple of his eye. A man after his own heart.
So here's the secret. It really wasn't a secret, but for 4 years, I had I Am David. I had shirts that said I Am David because people used to try to judge me on who I am, but never looked at my actions and never knew what my heart was. Right. So I do understand that's my one of my favorite stories in the Bible. Shout out to R. Kelly. Listen, so,
that has nothing to do
real
with
quick, shameless plug. I made a movie called Sins of David, and it's based on the story of David and Bathsheba, but it's in modern times. And I changed her name from Bathsheba because that just wasn't real.
I love her name.
Her name could have been Sheba. So
Bathsheba.
So I have a whole series called The Story of David.
Oh, wow.
So we can talk about that. But listen, what I'm saying about R. Kelly.
Hey.
Hold on, listen. By R. Kelly. Oh, I'm sorry. Just because R. Kelly did whatever he done, right? He is a message for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And the people miss the message and trying to persecute him for whatever reason that he have not been proved to be guilty anyway. He might be a sick individual, but there's a lot of people in the Bible was very sick.
Yeah, those are the ones
been getting married since 12 and 13 in the Bible. So they were getting married at 12, 13, 14.
And they weren't even
getting married. They were just giving their children away. You know, it was a lot of that.
Rahab wasn't married and she was getting busy.
Yeah, true.
But
she was a prostitute that was redeemed.
And if you go back,
it was a message to her.
God will use hoes and
that part. He can use anybody.
If you go all the way back and you trace the lineage of Jesus, he comes from the bloodline of Rahab.
Family, exactly.
He comes from the bloodline of David.
Yes.
Okay. So when people go to talking about who God can't use and who He won't use, no, He chooses to use the messed up, toe up,
on purpose,
knock down,
that's
drag
why
out
he
folks.
trapping with me.
Right.
All right. And when we're honest and when we're open and genuine about it, that's when He uses us the most.
Absolutely.
Because what are you ashamed of? You weren't ashamed when you was doing it. Why are you ashamed to tell somebody?
He was there anyway.
People can see the change.
He saw it.
When people can see the change in you and see what you have done for real, people are like, damn, what I did wasn't as bad.
But see, what
turned around.
What people fail to realize is we have to give people grace.
That's it.
And also forgiveness, because if God can forgive me in all of my mess, who am I not to forgive other people?
And also, you can't shame others, because when they have been redeemed, when they have been forgiven,
yes,
God puts that in the sea of abyss. It's the sea of forgetfulness. So it's like we are the people. People are the ones that hold on to the past. He doesn't. He's already accounted for it. That's why when you see people that have walked and they have been redeemed, they changed, and they are living this way, living in purpose for God, and you be like, I never thought, when they start telling their story, I never thought that, because just like the 3 Hebrew boys, you will come out not even smelling like smoke. When you come out, you come out a brand new person. That's why he constantly tell us to renew our mind. That's why he say, you are a new creature in me, because everything is passed away and dead. What is only thing is remaining is this flesh, and that's only because we're here in this world, because we are spiritual beings overall. But once we take death to this flesh, that's why we got to kill it every day. That's why we have to do that, because our body does not forget. But our body doesn't forget. The sinners don't forget, because that's what they do.
They ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? He forgot. So
Jesus already paid it. He already accounted for it, and he accounted for everything that you going to do. He know what you going to do, the decisions you going to make, and all that, and he still chooses you to carry out his purpose. So we have to not get caught up into, you did that, she did that. No, but he's still going to use you.
And that's why he said, he said, get the sty out of your eye while you got the log in your eye, and you worried about the thistle in your brother's eye. So
but going along with that,
his mercies are renewed every day.
Yes, and coupling that with grace, one thing that I gotta say is, because I think it's a big deal, when people come to the physical building church, let them come as they are.
Oh yeah,
like she said, have some grace. They don't know this is who they are, and they can't.
I just don't understand still.
But at the same time, renewing yourself, killing that flesh daily, you cannot remain the same. Okay, come as you are, but that don't mean stay the same for the rest of your life. Some things you got to get rid of. Some things you got to shed, and it's okay. It's okay. It's just you becoming a better person. But from that day one, y'all, we in the church, we can't have people coming in and look like, why she got that on? She got that short dress on, and embarrassing people.
Or even if they smell like weed, God got them to come there so they could shed that.
But that comes along with knowing your role in Christ. Because it's not our job to clean the fish. It's our job to just catch the fish. Sometimes our only job is just to bait the hook. That's it. It ain't even for us to throw the rod, throw it into the water. It's just for us to bait the hook, and then somebody else throw it out there, and then somebody else reel it in. And once we reel it in, we bring it to where it's supposed to be, and then we allow God to have His way. God cleans the fish. It's not our job. So know your role.
I love that analogy. God cleans the fish.
My church, we have a saying that probably is just, it's saying all around, but it's a one planteth, one water, God gets the increase.
That's the word. That's the word.
That's what we go by.
The church
That's
is the
what
hospital.
we go by. And we have to understand that the church is the hospital. Is not our job. Welcome them in. Make them feel. That's what deter a lot of people from coming into the physical church, because they feel ashamed or away. Guess what? They already is dealing with all of that, and it took them so much to even walk into these doors. And then for them to be judged by the people that are supposed to love them, that makes them never want to come back.
And then the other thing I'm going to say is, don't forget from whence you came.
Okay,
come on.
Because honey, you have things in your past, your present,
people are judging,
and your not so distant future, that things you've done. So we need to stop.
Things some of them still doing.
Exactly.
But
some people are still walking in those same things.
But even in those things, he loves them. He loves them still. He loves us still. We ain't squeaky clean. It's different things that we all got to get out of our systems and different things.
And that's always going to be until we get to glory. We're always going to be needing deliverance. We're always going to be needing some cleaning in some way of our life. So don't think that you're above somebody else when you're still right in the same place. Just because you're seeing,
we all in the same boat.
Just because you may smoke weed and you may smoke weed, this one might be drinking alcohol and this one might be having sex. It's sin is sin. It's all the way across the board.
All the same.
I don't know, Heron do you a little bit different.
Well, it could be hair on because you ain't got no hair. Oh.
He put his hair on.
But can I go back to something that you said? You were talking about how people hold against you what you used to do. They always keep you in remembrance. See, the difference is God says He loves us. And when God loves us, we know that God loves us because what does love do? Love keeps no record of wrongdoing. Love don't remind you of what you used to do. Love keeps you encouraged to know that, yeah, you used to do this, but look at what you're doing now. Absolutely. You were here yesterday, but look at where you are today. And then you have a vision of where you're going in the future. So when you know that you know God loves you, you know. Yeah. Amen. Yeah. And when you know when people love you because they don't keep throwing up your past.
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
And then also we have to get back to wisdom and really, like you said, love in the church. Wisdom is those, when you see the younger women, like I'm TT now, I'm an auntie now. So if I see my younger girls coming in and maybe they don't have church clothes, or they may think that something is appropriate, you know what I'm saying, or they're doing, you know, they sitting in the front row and the short skirt, you know what I'm saying.
You gotta put that little prayer.
You gotta
cloth.
put the little wrap skirt, but you do it in love. I am blessed to have older women in the church and in my circle that teach me. There's a lack of teaching in the church.
It's a lack of compassion.
A lot of people don't know really about modesty, though. They don't understand. You know, a lot of stuff be financial as well. I think it's really come down to being that having that core comfortability, being open to letting people know that if you need things, because a lot of people have so many needs, but they're not even expressing it. They're not asking. They're, you know, they don't want to ask, you know, so I think that's just such a common thing. I think it's really important that we try to break those barriers with communication and really using our voice to talk to other people that are believers. Not even that are believers, anyone. I'm going to talk to anybody type of person. I don't care who you are. You're going to know who I am. You're going to know what I do, and you can look and see what I stand for.
Let me see on that note. Tell them what you got going on tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We having Trap Keno tomorrow. We having Trap Keno tomorrow. This is our single Taken or Trapped event.
Lord.
Yep. I'm going to be partnering with Michigan Fashion Week, and we'll be located 1600 East Grand Boulevard, 7:30 to 9:30.
Yeah. And you said that's tomorrow?
Yeah.
And
we
what
trap
exactly
for fun.
is that?
So comedy, it's comedy and Keno, like bingo. It's really just people coming together. We have food, of course, drinks, of course, provided. Drinks and food. The centers is in the building. The centers in the building. But we definitely come in. It's a positive gaming environment. This was created as an alternative for people who do like to game and gamble. This is a ticket event. So you go straight to my website at www.trapkeno.com. You can get your tickets there. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. God is doing something different in the earth. So, you know, you just got to come and be in my environment and know what it's like. But it's definitely something different. It's very fun. A lot of professional individuals love to come. And it's a great place to network. Because I have a lot of different people that do different things, and it's an attraction to Detroit. So a lot of people have been reaching out to me that's coming into Michigan, into Detroit, the city, to see what's here to see what's going on in the city of Michigan. So I mean, in the state of Michigan. So I'm very, very happy and excited that I'm starting to reach people that don't particularly live here, that are coming from different places. So that's why people that are entrepreneurs, that have different businesses, or that are doing different things, plays and a lot of different things, it's a really great space to come in and get the value.
Two things. One, if you're not if you have not been to a Trap Kino event, had a ball. You hear me?
It's an experience.
And I need to go. It's definitely an experience. So definitely check it out. And it's not anything over the top. You can come and vibe as little or as much as you want, but the vibe was vibing when I went. Happy birthday to one of podcasting engineers, Miss Monique. Happy birthday. In the comments, so I'm just going through.
Birthday to ya.
Hey.
Happy birthday to ya.
Where was she
at? Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
So we hope that you and Rich I hope Rich you hit the lottery or something for like $1 million and you take Miss Monique out on the town and a trip around the world and all that good stuff. But anyway, I just hope just blessings from the podcast family. We love you and definitely enjoy your day.
Birthday is good. Listen,
they are married couple.
The birthday humping is still good when you're married.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rich, you can take her to see When the City Breathes on March 14th.
Yes.
At livingmycrown.com.
And Monique, I'm gonna send you something for your inbox. We do have something for special birthdays, so I'm gonna bless you with a little birthday gift as well. So definitely tap in with me.
Also, Darnita is gonna be at Pancakes and Podcast
Saturday.
This Saturday. That's right, Valentine's Day. She's gonna be talking about Legal Shield and how us as podcasters can be protected legally.
Oh yeah, and we having a Legal Shield event tonight too. But please check in with me. I posted on my social media at Darnita Davis, and I do put it on my story and stuff with Trap Kino because I have more followers there. But we are having a live Trap Kino. I'm sorry, I'm all Trap Kino, y'all. Don't trip on me. Don't trip on me. I just trap for fun. But we are having a live event tonight for Legal Shield. We actually have one of our $4 million ring earners coming in to the state of Michigan to talk to other entrepreneurs about how to protect their business, but also how to financially be able to benefit from while you're protecting your business, you can help others. So definitely tap in with me. I love it. I actually love Legal Shield. So now Miles is one of our, he's here to help anyone that come through podcasting. So we so happy to help his brand as well and the people that come through these doors. So we empowering the community every day, using God's word to continue on to build his kingdom here while we on earth.
All right. That's what's up.
Yep, and it looks like it's about that time. Looking at my rollie, it's about that time, and I gotta go to work.
Looking at my rollie.
So, before we get out of here, we heard from Darnita and Trap Kino, so make sure you check her out tomorrow and as well as Saturday. Make sure y'all are stopping by at Podcast and Pancakes networking event. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and if you see the flyer, please share and like and all of that good stuff. And Keely and Miss Pearl, I don't know why. Now that I know you play Miss Pearl, I feel like I need to come and see
When
you.
the City Breathes.
Yeah, so please.
March 14th and 14th, but she said 15th.
It's 14th and 15th, but the 15th is sold out. So definitely tap in for tickets for March 14th. It is dinner and a full show. So come and eat and come and enjoy all of the beautiful and wonderful talent. We already got it out the way. It's not a musical. This is arts on the stage with a couple of songs in the meantime, in between time.
Yes.
Where can they get tickets from? Is it livingmycrown.com?
Yes, ma'am. They can get tickets at livingmycrown.com, or you can call me directly at 313-261-2061.
Okay.
And also, if you contact her, is still available some advertisements for the souvenir book, the ad rates. So if you contact her at livingmycrown@gmail.com, you can also put your business in the flyer for the program.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. So I thank you ladies for coming on. Darnita, it's been a minute.
I know what's going on. I was hibernating. I'm back now.
I feel glory in this room.
Yes.
I mean, it's just been so wonderful to vibe with all of you and talk about our daddy Jesus, the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And I'm just so excited. I have been filled.
Yep. And y'all know y'all can catch me each and every week, me and Kim on Thursdays, and then her on Wednesday also for Respectfully Speaking. Until tomorrow with Brittany Chanel and Miles, Rise and Grind will be back. And until then, peace out. Love y'all. Bye.
Right.
Love you, Sherry. Love you, Sherry.
Morning show at 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. Great conversation, guest appearances. 'Cause you